Okay, so as we're off to Orlando, we've also decided to book into a lounge today, 1903. Used to go to the V Room Virgin, but that no longer exists. So we've gone to 1903. They've got two lounges here, maybe more, but I can see two. One's called Escape, and this one, 1903. The main difference, as far as I'm aware, is 1903 is for adults only. So if you just want that little bit of extra quietness from children, but obviously not from people doing YouTube videos, then go into 1903. But let's take a look at what's on offer inside 1903 lounge. And I think by now I've actually said 1903 1,903 times. That was what I was aiming for. So let's go and find out. So as you walk into the lounge 1903, now obviously you come into the food. Obviously it's not free, but it's all part of what you pay for. It is what we've got here is also the hot food here. So we've got some hot food just there. Remember what I said about 1903? So I'll come back to that and I'll do that once more. Okay, so lounge 1903, and just showing you obviously the facilities, etc. I'm just going through the tea, coffee and the food they've got available. So they have two coffee machines. One is just here, and if we just press on it, you can see you've got latte, cappuccino, flat white, Americano, espresso, mocha, hot chocolate and hot water. And then obviously just over here you've got the Twinings, different teas that you've got, etc. And then just here you've got some zip water. So following on from that, background on this side, we have the granola yogurts, fresh fruits. So what have we got in there? We've got melon, pineapple, orange, mango, and then we have this is lemon yogurt. We have had some today. Wasn't the best, but it was alright. I mean, I did finish it, but then again, I'll eat pretty much anything, especially if it means extra calories when I need to make the gains. So just coming on this side, what have we got down here? And this fridge here, it looks like we've got ice cream. Yeah, Cheshire ice cream, vanilla, chocolate. Looks like there's some mint in there. And then at the top here, we've got some pain au chocolat, chocolate muffins, granola flapjacks, cookies, butter croissants, selection of jams, marmalades and lemon curd. And then just on this side here we've got some cereal, looks like cornflakes, granola, muesli, and then you've got some packet cereal as well, Weetabix, fruit muesli, cornflakes. So if we just come over this side, I'll just wait for as much as possible the hot area to vacate, and then we'll take a look at what's on offer on this side. Okay, so on this side, what have we got here? We've got apricots, I can't even read, I'm got my glasses on, honey, porridge. Oh, I didn't see the porridge earlier. I've seen the porridge. What time is it? I might go and have some porridge shortly. And then on this side just here, we've got the hot food. So we've got traditional with bacon, sausages, and we've got scrambled eggs under there. I'm not going to undo it. Tomatoes, and then on this side we've got beans, and I'm going to go with hash browns, little mini hash browns, but I could be wrong. So that's basically the food that we've got available. We've got obviously the silver service, not silver service, knives and forks. Silver service is another time. As we're kind of walking around, you've got the beers. Not bad, good selection of beers. Remember, this is part of the actual cost of your lounge. So you've got the beers, you've got wine and champagne, and then you've just got some little snacks on here as well, popcorn, crisps, etc. So as you come around this side, you've got different liquors or spirits. So we've got gin, vodka, rum, whiskey. So if you wanted to, you could actually start your holiday off really well with all this lot that's on offer here. So as we then just kind of walking around this way, obviously you've got the flight information boards. They do make announcements on here as well. and then you've got the various areas where you can sit down and hopefully relax just while you're waiting for your plane. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of actual seatage going on around here. Hopefully you can pick this up. It's quite a busy lounge today, and there's the view. Can't see where our plane is yet, but you can see the TUI planes, even though we're now waiting for a Virgin Atlantic. Not quite sure where that one is. But it's a nice sunny day on September the 5th, and a bit of a shout out here to my wife. September the 5th, we've been married 24 years today. So we'll just go round again. Remember, this is the 1903 lounge, and this is where we're based. We're just sat here waiting for our flight. Hello, Mrs. T. Hello. So I will now just wait until we can do a bit more on the food, and then we'll come around once more. So in some of the seating areas, there's also the double sockets, which are obviously very useful. They've got double UK sockets and also double USB plugs in there as well. Not all the seating areas have this. Some of the seating areas that are obviously in the centre of the rooms, etc., don't have the plugs, but if you go into these areas where against the walls, they do seem to have lots of plugs available. So back in 1903, and we've got obviously the menu in front of us. A little bit background on why 1903, so we can leave you to read that. Tells you about the food, but more importantly, obviously we've got what drinks are available, what spirits, beers and ciders, wines and soft drinks, all very useful information. And then on this side, we've got the allergens, so you can scan the QR code to visit to view their allergen lists for breakfast and lunch. So that's quite useful if indeed you suffer from allergies or intolerance. So on the back, not a lot, just obviously the cover. So yep, there you go. So this is the second of the two drinks bars on here, a smaller selection of spirits and drinks. What have we got in here? So we've got Disaronno, we've got rum, Jack Daniels, always a bit of a devil, or as I call it, Jack Demon. More rum on there, Jameson's whiskey, and then you got a selection of wines, and then through to the spirits on this side of gin, and gin. Clearly gin's a good one. Down in the fridge we've got the various different bottles. So you've got Coke, you've got tonic waters, you've got horrible tomato juice down there. If you like tomato juice, didn't mean to offend, but each to their own. And then on this side, what have we got in here? Again, fridge of different wines, etc. Pretty much, yeah, all white wines that you'd expect to find in the fridge. Can't see any red wines, sorry mate, can't see any red wines at the moment, but it's bound to be there somewhere. So that's the second and the smaller of the drinks bars. And so we're sat in the lounge, there's Mrs. T, and we've had a relaxing hour and a half in this lounge now, but we just thought we'd update you with obviously how we found getting through Manchester so far, Manchester Airport. So we started off just outside Stoke-on-Trent, got here in less than an hour, parked up at Drop and Go. First time we've used that service, and that was mega easy. Effectively, you park, you come to the barrier, their cameras then scan your car for damage, etc., so that it takes a record of any damage that your car already has. You come to the barrier, you park up, and effectively there was a guy there just guiding you into one of the lanes. Get out the car, get your luggage, drop off your keys, and then from then on you're done. So you then catch a bus if you're going to Terminal 2, and from the bus to Terminal 2, less than 10 minutes. And then when we got into Terminal 2, the queue for security, the normal queue for security was huge. Fortunately, we'd gone and got fast track security passes quite some time ago when we got the park itself, but the actual queue we hadn't. I heard another group that was next to us here, they'd arrived at the airport at 5 o'clock in the morning and only got through to this lounge 1903 around about 6:45, so it took them nearly 2 hours to get through, which, you know, isn't too bad, but it's obviously a lot longer than normal. So if you're coming to Manchester or any airport, always just give yourselves that little bit of extra time at the moment. We were just fortunate that we'd managed to get hold of these 2 fast track tickets. Then, once we came up from the airport, we came straight to the lounge.
We did the security and through the departure gates in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so actually, ignoring the queue time, which for us on fast track there wasn't any, but we actually got through security really quick as well. So, you know, from emptying all the gadgets and stuff from the bags into the trays, etc. In fact, the longest part that we then took was just waiting to go through the 2 scanners. And unfortunately, having done 2 scans, I then got done again and had to have a manual search as well. Nothing to do with how I look, thanks. So anyway, got through all that, came up to 1903, and at 1903 shares its check-in desk with the Escapes Lounge, which it's just luck of the draw, isn't it? There was a pretty big queue, and there was only one guy on, bless him. He was absolutely steaming through, getting people sorted. So it still took us about 15 minutes. It actually took us longer to get through the check-in desk for the lounge than it did for the actual getting through security for us. But again, that was because of the fast passes. We haven't even got there yet. That was because of the fast tracks that we got. So all in all, bit hit and miss with different queues, but for us on this visit, actually it's not been that bad. Had we not got those fast tracks going through security, it would have taken a lot longer. There you go.